And since the time, you've been here for 13 years, so since the time that you've came, did you notice that? Because sometimes when we go out, everyone stares at us because we speak English. I look Japanese,
Yeah.
and you're white, and I'm speaking like fluent English. So, and everyone stares. And I'm sure when you're around this area, a little bit smaller area, outside, the big cities,
Right.
and people stare at you. Have you noticed that the amount of stares going down or increasing since the time you came? Since you first came to Japan, I guess.
Interesting question. I don't think I've noticed a difference. I think what I've noticed is just the difference in my reaction to it. Like I've gone all over the place with how I reacted to it. When I first came, it was like exciting,
Yeah.
Look, people are looking at me. Why are you looking at me? Hey, like,
You wave back.
hey, I'm George I'm George from America. Hey,
The
how are
funny
you guys?
thing is, after you wave, I know they bow. They
know,
don't
like,
wave; they just bow.
Some of it was honest, like I'm not the most outgoing person, like I'm a little bit more introverted and stuff like that. But when I first came to Japan, it's this time where it's a nerve-wracking time, like I was lucky enough to come in a big group of people. So I had some like built-in friendships or people that I, could call on for support and things like that. So we would go out and sometimes, I'm trying to, be all cool and make friends and everything like that. So you go out, people are looking at you, you're like, hey, and doing all these stupid things. And looking back on it, it's embarrassing now. But like, after, things kind of settled down and I got into the day-to-day, life of living here in Japan, it started to be like, hey, why are you looking at me? Dude, like, I'm just on the train trying to go to work, man. Like, or, I'm just going to McDonald's trying to get a burger. Like, don't look at me getting a burger. Like,
It's such a stereotype.
Yeah, I'm American. I'm having a burger. Okay, get your looks in and get your laughs in. Like
They secretly take a picture.
oh man, I can't tell you how many times I've had people take pictures of
Really?
me for no reason.
Seriously,
Like,
I was just joking. I didn't know it really happened.
No, it's happened so many times, and I honestly don't know what they were thinking. Why they were taking the picture? Like it could have been for something completely different from what I was thinking in my head. But yeah, I went through that time as well where everything was like worst case scenarios. Like, what are you looking at? Like, why are you doing this? Like, I'm just a normal person. That's my, my general state is kind of introverted. I don't really like all this attention from people.
Yeah.
It's better for me if, I think that's one of the reasons why I really like Japan is that Japan's a country where people kind of like stay to themselves for the most part. They're really polite people.
Yeah.
But it's different kind of to the friendliness of Americans, where they're always like, hey, what's up? And they want to talk to you and stuff like that. They're very much not like that in Japan. And I think that's why I felt at home here because I haven't had that. But the looks, you still get the looks. So I've kind of, and nowadays I don't notice it. Like I notice it, but it doesn't bother me either way. I don't have a positive or negative reaction to it unless it goes over a line. Like there are people who like look at you and like, that they're like, oh, they're like looking at you. It's not just like they saw you. And then sometimes those people will just like stare just the whole time, you're walking by them. And so, yeah, there was times where, in the past where I would do okay, now I'm going to stare at them the whole time too. And now it's just like, all right, hi, okay, bye.
Sometimes you can't help it though. Sometimes you can't help but stare back.
Yeah. And honestly though, like, I think what I've realized is that 99.9% of these people don't have any ill will or anything like that. Like, yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? Like, maybe it's just something they don't see every day and they don't, it's just different. Maybe it's something, honestly, maybe I have like a piece of chocolate on my face or something like that. And they're just like, what's on your face? Like that very well could be.
You pull a mirror next time.
What's going on.
Pull it out.
There are times where I might think someone's looking at me and I'm like, hey, what do you, and then, oh, wait, there's like something behind me going on, like, so not nowadays, like there's no real positive or negative reaction to it at all. I might notice it, but it doesn't really register unless it kind of hits that like 3 or 4 second of constant eye contact. And then it's like, okay, dude, like, okay.